What's going on, gentle drinkers? This is Jay, and today I'm going to bring you something kind of unique and interesting. At least I think it is my wife's Glock 43, and this is kind of like in a Hawaiian type rose gold and stainless steel theme going on here. So let's take a look at some of the add-ons I've done to it, the Duracoat that I put on it with the pattern design, and listen. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you guys are building out there. I always like hearing about that stuff. Have you built a firearm specifically for your wife, your companion? Let me know what you guys are doing out there. And let's keep living this 2A dream. So let's take a look. Hello, gentle drinkers. Thank you for joining me today. As I mentioned, I'm going to show you my wife's Glock 43. The G43 is a subcompact handgun that's a single stack, 6-round, 9mm. With this enhanced plate we'll talk about in just a moment, you can actually get 7 in the magazine for this to be a 7+1 at that point. But moving forward here, I'm going to show you that the firearm is safe. Nothing is in the chamber, nothing is in the magazine. So with safety at the forefront and out of the way, let's begin. So I'm going to show you here that I actually have done an Ameriglow front post on this, and I'll try to get my camera to focus a little bit so you can actually see this. Now this is a green front post with a lime green outline, and the neat thing about this is that I really like the square design because it lines up with the rear sight of the Glock, the one that they already have from the factory. So I kind of like that. I thought that was pretty neat. So I wanted to stick with like a square design. Now, as I mentioned a while ago, this is the Strike Industries enhanced magazine plate for the G43. And this just gives you a little bit more grip, more surface area, so your bottom two fingers can get on there. I've got about 9-inch size hands. You may have bigger hands or smaller hands, but either way, it gives you a lot more comfortable grip, as well as, like I mentioned, it allows you the ability to add just one more round to the chamber, which is always nice. So moving along here, I've got a Tyrant Designs extended magazine release right here, and it's got a kind of a cool pattern on it that I'll show you. And I've also got the back plate in that same pattern from Tyrant Designs. So the slide cover plate, the enhanced magazine release, those are both really neat things that just kind of add a little bit of flair and kind of goes with the overall look that I was going for here. Outside of that, a Streamlight TLR6 is on here with a red laser. Now this is just an affordable light laser combo. It's only 100 lumens. You're not going to blind anybody with this thing, but you will be able to see when you need to see. And you can set it in different modes here. So for example, if you hold the button down and press it on the other side, because there's 2 buttons, one on each side, you can switch between laser, light laser, light. So that's pretty neat. I usually actually keep it on light and laser just because this is a self-defense firearm. This doesn't really go out too much with us, kind of stays around the house in case we need it there. Luckily and hopefully you will never need anything. But obviously the big thing about this is the Duracoat, right? So it's the design on here. Well, again, I've used weapon stencils. I've showed you videos about them before. They had a Hawaiian design theme that I really liked, and obviously I put this together for my wife, right? So I wanted something kind of feminine but also beautiful to put on here for her. Her and I are both big fans of rose gold, so that is the Duracoat color that you see here, and stainless steel is what was underneath that I ended up putting templates on to make the leaves and palm trees and whatnot. So basically how I did this is, and I'll show you some pictures, I took the whole firearm, I roughed it up with some high grit sandpaper, smoothed it down a little bit, just getting it rough so the Duracoat would stick a little bit better. I know a lot of people that have sandblasting machines and that kind of thing. That's a good way to do it. That's the best way to do it. I just use sandpaper. I haven't really ever had an issue with applying Duracoat and it peeling off. This one's got a little bit of wear in a couple of areas on it, but again, it has been in and out of a holster and moved around different places. I did this over 2 years ago, so you're looking at a firearm that has been in this condition for over 2 years and has moved fairly frequently. So once I roughed everything up, I put the stainless steel on the back of it. And I actually reached out to Duracoat and asked them, what do you suggest I do in terms of putting down the stencils so I won't peel any of the Duracoat up? How long is that going to take? And they said, hey, if you put down 3 or 4 good coats of your base and then you wait at least 24 hours, 48 to be really safe, you can apply your stencils. And then the only thing you need to do with the rose gold, which would be the outer color here you see, is just apply enough coats of the rose gold to where it's consistent and you get the color that you want. Because you don't want too much over top of the base color, or else you'll have little areas that are dramatically raised above the rest of the paint. And obviously, you know, moving and sliding back and forth and things like that, that can cause a lot of issues and actually flake the design or peel it off and that kind of thing. So the thing about Duracoat is pretty much the longer it's up there, the stronger it gets. That's one thing that they market a lot. That's a huge emphasis that they have, that they say, you know, makes them better than Cerakote. To each his own. I'm not really sure, but I will tell you first and foremost that Duracoat has been amazing. I've done some custom painting on different things using Duracoat. I've never had an issue, but you have to take your time and do it the right way in the application process, because if you don't, and I've made that mistake myself, it will end up coming off or wearing a lot faster than it should. So I hope you guys like this. This is a quick video today just to introduce you to my wife's G43. She really enjoys it. She thinks it's beautiful. That was my whole entire reason for doing it. I wanted her to have something that was unique and fun and something that she could be, you know, comfortable with. Hey, listen, there's a reason why firearms manufacturers come out with teals and pinks and things like that when it comes to their firearm. They do want to market to women. I mean, there's no way around it. They absolutely want to market to women. So what better way to market to women than to make something that's beautiful, that they want to hold, that they want to touch, they want to learn with, they want to, you know, have in their possession. And that's kind of the idea here. My wife, you know, she understands firearms. She knows that they're for self-defense, and she carries when she needs to. So if I've got something that looks good and makes her a little bit more comfortable holding it, such as this extended plate and just the way it looks, I really feel like she's comfortable learning with it, you know. I hope that makes sense. I might not have said that the right way, but I'll put it to you like this. If I had something that I needed to learn with and I didn't like the way it looked or how it handled or anything, I'm not really going to be enthused and, you know, happy to learn with it. I'm just not going to have that, you know, passion for it or really care. It's going to be boring. It's going to be tedious, and I'm just not going to want to learn with it. So I think, hey, all you guys out there and gals too, if you want something that's going to be, you know, get you kind of pumped up and be more comfortable, do something like this. Go ahead and put a design on there that you love. I mean, come on. The majority of people watching this video love designs on their firearms. And guess what? You love holding it. You love taking it to the range. You love showing it off. I mean, that's what it's all about. That's the beautiful thing about the Second Amendment, is we have the freedoms and opportunity to do these kind of things and to express ourselves, even through something such as a self-defense firearm. It's really neat. We live in a great country that's unfortunately in terrible times, but hey, neither here nor there. I hope you all like this firearm. I hope you think it's kind of neat. If there's ladies watching out there, what do you think? Let me know in the comments. And again, share what you're building. All right, let me know what you're building. Tell me if you've got any kind of designs ideas or something you want to see. I'm going to be doing an update on the Hellcat. So all of you that gave love and supported that Hellcat build video, you're going to be pretty pumped up for what's next. But either way, I hope that this little short video here today, you guys like it. I hope you like the firearm that I made for the missus, and I'll see you again next time. I'll go ahead and give you an outro. All right, everybody, well, there you go. That was my wife's G43, and I want you all to stick around, especially if you gave some love to the Hellcat build video, because I do have an update on that in about a week or so, and I think you're all really going to enjoy it. So again, subscribe, like, do all the things YouTube creators ask you to do, and we hope to see you next time.